Right guys, Dan Hendriksen here. I'm at Torquay Golf Club. We're on the putting green and this is part one of a short game series that we're going to run out for you. We've got 4 parts that we're going to get through. This one we're going to start off with putting. I've got Will with me here today. Will Farley is one of my trainees here at the golf club, and Will plays pretty much full time throughout the season. So I thought I'd bring him out here just to show off a few of the things that he does along with what I do, and hopefully it might be able to help your putting game. Let's get on the putting green and have a few putts. Right, Will, so talk to me about when you come out onto the golf course, when you're just about to go and tee off, what are you doing when you get onto the putting green? Is there anything like a routine that you kind of go through?
So the first thing for me would be pace, getting the pace of the greens. Yeah, I think that's quite important.
And do you go out with 2 balls, 3 balls, 1 ball? What do you do?
Normally 2 balls. Start with about 3 feet and then work your way out a little bit. Right,
and then let's have a little look at what you do with your pace putting then. So you're saying that you start in close and then kind of work your way back?
Yeah, so I like to see the ball go in the hole early on. It's a bit of confidence, and then you work out, and then I'll practice maybe 1 or 2 longer putts.
Right, okay, so you're starting at what, 3 feet there?
About 3 feet, yeah,
work out. Then you hole a couple and then you move back, is that how you do it?
Work out to about 10 feet, and then maybe hit a couple from like 25 feet.
Yeah, okay. Right, so you've hit a few putts from those sort of short distance. You've gone 3 foot, probably 6 foot, and then 9 foot. And now, what are you looking to do next? You're talking about going longer?
Yeah, slightly longer. So you get the pace for the longer putts, and then that'll do me.
And what this sort of distance here?
About 25 feet. Yeah.
Okay. And how long are you spending on that short putting area? So that little
between 10 and 15 minutes.
Okay, so you're giving yourself what, 15-20 minutes before you tee off on the putting green?
Definitely.
So it's quite a bit of time, isn't it, that you're spending on the actual putting green before you go out and play?
It's the most important part of the game. That's the club that you use the most.
That's the bit that you feel is the most important part. That's good, it's interesting. Right, let's get out to the long one. So for me, I'm slightly different to what Will does. I actually just bring 1 golf ball onto the putting green before I go out and play. Now, I don't try and spend too much time on the putting green. I probably give myself between, I don't know, 6 to 10 minutes maximum before I go out and putt. I think I can start to spend too much time on the putting green, which then starts to sort of play with my mind a little bit. So what I do is I'm trying to work on the speed control. So I'm just working from hole to hole, not necessarily holing out, and then at the end I'll just hole out a few putts before I make my way to the first tee. So what I'm doing with that is I'm varying up my distances. So I'm not sort of focusing on one particular distance. I'm just moving from hole to hole, just changing up the distances, but also changing the way in which the lay of the land is. So I'm going to hit some uphill putts and then some downhill putts, cross slope putts, that sort of thing, just to try and get my eye into what is right for me on that day. So just working on centreness of strike there, Will?
Yeah.
So tees, you use the tees between 2 tees? Is that what you're trying to do here?
Yeah, definitely. I've got a face balance putter, so that my stroke's more straight back, straight through, so that just helps me push the putter back and straight through.
Yeah, and this is a really good drill to use. This is something really simple that you can do this at home on the carpet. You don't necessarily need tees. You can put anything down, maybe 2 coins or something like that, where you're just trying to get the feeling of putting between those 2 points. What it's doing is it's trying to get your centreness of strike a little bit more consistent with your path and making sure that everything comes out the middle of the bat. So another simple tip using a tee is to work on aim points. So when you've got different slopes, you can put the tee in the ground to a point of where you want to hit it to, and then let it move in towards the hole from there. Let me show you. So what I've done there is I've measured this out to be about 1 inch outside the right edge. So I've got my tee position, my aim point on the right edge there, and now I'm going to make my alignment of my ball towards that point. So what that drill does is it just gives you an idea of where you need to be starting to point your putter when you're getting out onto the golf course. I see so many people sort of picking a point, like an aim point, and then they're hitting it way off from that position. They're just not getting their alignment of their putter correct to that position. Again, just a small drill using a tee that can help you with your aim point for those sort of curvy putts. Right, Will, you've set up some tees here.
Yep.
Looks very similar to an old ladder drill that I've sort of worked on in the past.
Pretty similar, yeah. So basically, you putt from the first one, you hole it, you either use 1, 2 or 3 balls, depends how much time you've got.
Yeah.
Hold that one out, go to the next one.
Okay.
If you miss this one, you go back to the start.
And then
you don't leave until you finish. Yeah.
Now what I love about this drill is it's something that you can work on which puts you under a bit of pressure. And obviously you only get one chance on the golf course, but here we're just getting you under that sort of same feelings that you're going to get when you get out onto the golf course and you've got to hold the putt for that good score of yours. So the last drill that I've got for you is we're trying to make the hole as big as we possibly can when we're hitting our pace putting. So I want to make this hole as big as I possibly can when I'm putting. So what I do is I set a tee up just about a grip's length past the cup. And what this is doing is if I can get the speed to get to this point here, then I'm trying to make this hole as big as I possibly can. So if I catch the sort of left or right edge, at the speed that it's going, that should finish just about sort of 9 inches past the cup, we're going to still see that ball want to try and fall in on those positions. If you get it going too firm and going past this tee position, you're going to start to make that cup even smaller. So it's just a very good little drill for you to get the speed of the greens just before you go out and play. Right, thanks Will for your time today. There's just a few tips for you when you get to the golf course and you're going to be practicing your putting. This is something you could do at home as well. It's just a few little drills that can hopefully help improve your putting but also get you ready for the first tee. Put your comments down below. Let me know, have you got any more drills that we want to know about? I would like to hear all the drills that you've been working on with your putting. I'd like to put your comments down there. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up and ring that bell, give you some notifications of more videos coming your way. Thank you very much for watching. We're now heading over to the short game area.